Hello, our loves. You've reached Joanne and Elizabeth with World's Cup of Joe. Awaken your soul. Welcome to our channel where we get deep in the energy of twin flame connections and guide you and show you what kind of energy it takes to not only bring your twin flame back in, but maintain a permanent relating experience with them. For those of you that are new here, Joanne and I are each in permanent relating experiences with our twin flames, and we've gone through it all, the dark night, the separation, and now we are balancing and we are maintaining a permanent relating experience with them. And that's what we are guiding you all with. And for those of you that have been following us, if you haven't yet checked out our life-changing, and I will always emphasize that it's life-changing. Why? Because it is. That is always the feedback we get from beautiful souls that go all in our program. Like, you've changed my life. You've brought me peace. You have allowed me to bring my soul back in. We get it all from beautiful souls that have gone all in with our 30-day twin flame detox program. So if you haven't checked it out yet, click on the link below, see if it resonates. But we're telling you, there is no other plan for your journey like our twin flame detox. Seriously, it is that powerful, is that magical. And we also naturally, organically created a balancing program. We have an ultimate balancing program. Nobody else, seriously, go try to find someone showing you how to balance your person once they come back in. You're not going to find it. And since that's what we do every single day, we created a balancing program that literally takes you step by step how to sip in the energy when your person comes back in some shape or form, so that you don't push again. Because I'm sure many of you guys that are listening right now are like, well, I brought my soul in before, but they just ghosted, or they just blocked me again, or, you know, they pulled. Exactly. That's why we had so many people be so successful with our 30-day detox program. And it was like, well, what's next? My person just came in. What do I do now? So we were like, urgently had to create a balancing program for all of you guys, so you knew how to balance once your person came back in. So click on the links below. That's my segue into, let's get deep in this question we got from one of our beautiful soul fams, and stay aligned in this magical energy with us. All right, Joanne, you ready for the question?
Yeah, go ahead, love.
Okay, here's the question. Now that you're in permanent relating experiences with your person, do you ever talk about your dark night with them? From time to time, I think about how crazy I was, and I am embarrassed, and I want to apologize to him for being in that addictive energy, but I won't. I know I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't experienced it. I can't stand to even think back on it and feel a bit of that, and feel any bit of that energy. I'm glad that it's gone. Joanne, let's start with you, love.
Yeah, no, I don't talk about it with my person, because when I do, I put myself energetically in separation consciousness, and I can feel him pull. So my person is very, he's so much more awakened than most twins, I would say, because I can talk spiritual with my person. I can talk energy with my person. I had a situation over the weekend where he was with me when I was experiencing energy, and he can confirm it, which is amazing. I'm so thankful and blessed that my person is able to help me through things that most twins can't even help with. But I think it's because I don't need him to. And so the dark night is a very sensitive subject for a lot of people, because it is a really difficult time that you're dealing with addictive energy that wants to be with your person and can't, right? And so it's that part of me that I can't ever get to again. And I can't. I mean, we could have multiple dark nights because there's more layers of ego to shed. But to be honest, going back with that and living in that with him is him no longer being in the room with me. We can talk about it, but I don't need him to do anything for that situation. And it's really amazing to be in this balanced energy now, where we can talk about now experiences. So that's the difference between discussing things with our person in the past, because that's push. He won't be in the room if we're talking about things that happened in the past, if I'm looking to him to solve or understand something in the past. But if you experience traumatic, crazy situations in your experiences now, and you don't need anything from your person, he's going to be right there. My person doesn't pull when I'm going through things anymore because I don't need him to fix me anymore. I don't need him to make me whole anymore. So my person actually is able to be with me because I'm so balanced. And honestly, I don't want to talk about the dark night. That was a really hard time for me. And it was a really hard time that I needed to experience to get me to this place I am now, to be more balanced with my soul. I needed to experience the dark night. I needed to experience this part of us that I can never be anymore, which is now aligning with soul and no longer being in mind towards him. I've had the dark night of your soul is ego death. I've had to kill the part of me that saw my person through mind and needed my person through mind again. And now become this part of us that is now seeing him never separate from me again and never needing him again to the extent that I had seen and reacted to the way it did before. I'm never going to push the same again, and I'm never going to need him the same way again because I've shifted through that energetically. And so you'll find, even talking about it, you could see your person pull because you're bringing in that same separation consciousness energy that brought them away from you. And now that they're with you, or when they come back in your space, you're going to be talking about the now moments, the now experiences. Then you can rest assured, if you do experience another form of ego death, it's not going to be about them anymore. You're going to start releasing more of the things from mind, and you're no longer pushing that energy to your person. What do you think, love?
Okay, so here's the energy I want you to feel into with this question. You said there's a part of me that feels bad with the way I acted. Right there, that energy, because this is all an energetic connection. We're always going to talk to you guys about the energy. That's what this connection is. And we want to teach you how to recognize this energy so you know what is mind, what is soul, and when you're pushing and when you're magnetizing. So in that question, there's things that I feel bad about that I did in the addictive energy. Well, my love, that's shame. That's the energy of shame. And it's actually the lowest vibration. So not only that is, because it is emotion, automatically you're in mind. What pushes your person? Mind. I'm going to tell you right now, we love being able to be in this position because, loves, when we balanced, we did this stuff. We learned, we watched the energy, and we knew, okay, that pushes, I can't do this anymore. I have to rein it in. So back when I first started balancing my person, we moved back in together. So mind you, we're living together now. First time I started talking about the dark night and him leaving me to deal with not only the emotional trauma of the dark night, but also at that point I've said this before in other videos, I had this back pain that I couldn't even move. I couldn't get out of my house without being chairlifted by the ambulance out of my house to the hospital. And my person knew, and he left me to sort of deal with it on my own. When my mind wanted to sort of have closure, because that's what I think it is. It's like having closure on this event that was so traumatic and so emotional. Mind brought it up. And as soon as I brought up that period, he pulled. I watched it. They can't talk about the past with us. Even if it was from a place of me not being angry, because that was me angry at that time. Even if it was a place of regret, I'm sorry for how I behaved, it still makes them pull because it's past. It's not in this now moment. It's mind. It's emotions from mind, feeling that we need to be sorry for things. That's why when Joanna and I tell you guys, when we're balancing right now, if we had an argument, which for the most part is very, very rare with our people because we are so balanced, we don't go in mind. So therefore there's no arguments that arise. But on the rare occasions that we do get in mind and we start an argument or we argue with our people, There's no need to apologize after the argument's done. Literally, all we have to do is catch ourselves that we're in mind, come back to our own alignment, come back to soul, come back to our intention. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to engage in mind with my person because I want peace. Or Joanne, I am soul. I'm aligned with my soul. Our people don't bring up even something that happened 2 minutes ago. It's over. It's done with. It's now moment. There's no need to say I'm sorry. They are us. We don't have to apologize. All we have to do is work on our energy. Our only responsibility in this connection is to manage our energy into the alignment of soul. We don't need to apologize. Apologies are from mind. They're from emotions. All we have to do is maintain our energy. So rather than feeling into the sorry, I would say the best advice I could give you, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for how the addictive energy made you feel. Come to acceptance and peace with how the addictive energy made you react. You needed it. Like you said in your question, you needed it to get this far. We all needed this addictive energy to put us on the path where we could release the duality that mind has. Forgive yourself, be in peace with yourself, and then come back to your alignment. That's the best apology you could ever give. That's the best apology you could ever give your soul without ever having to say sorry. I'm aligning. And I know that it's affecting you as much as it's affecting me. And I'm so grateful that my soul energy can be passed along and my peace can be passed along from me to you. And I can give you peace, at least in this now moment, through my energy. I'm doing it for me always, but I'm so grateful that it can be going to you as well. That's what I would say, my loves.
Yeah, your energy speaks for you now. Your energy now. So whatever happened before is what happened before. And your energy now in this moment is what speaks for you. Because you never have to apologize. You never have to explain. You never have to really make up for what happened in the past. It's always going to be this now moment. Where is my energy in this now moment? And forgiving yourself for whatever the mind did in the past to get you to this place where you are now, where you are at peace. And you'll find you'll never have to discuss it again. And you'll never have to try to make up for what happened because it needed to happen to get you to this place now. This, my love, is acceptance with this moment here and releasing the mind's judgment, the mind's preferences of how it should be, right? It's not any different than us sitting in the dinner table talking about it. That's what soulmates do. You are in an energetic connection where your words are not needed, but your energy speaks for you. And that's what this is all about. It's all about you and your alignment in this now moment. We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing day. Bye, love.